The reigning champs from Ohio State. 0-2 are the Buckeyes in games on New Year's Eve, for whatever that was worth. Early on, the Canes, this play design was nasty. Carson Beck, Mark Fletcher Jr., they're going to run it? No, they slip him out into the flat, and the Canes lead 7-0. For the last 2 years, I've joked, but not really joked. I mean, throw it to 4. That's why. There goes Jeremiah Smith. Julian Sand hits him for a gain of 59. At that point, they had like 9 yards of offense. In the blink of an eye, they got a lot more. And then this, I think I audibly screamed watching it in the room upstairs. Keontae Scott jumps it, and the Canes are up 14-0. Buckeyes haven't been down 2 touchdowns since Michigan in 2022. And Bain came in free, and Scott gets the pick, and Day wondering, what are we doing? Ohio State. Next drive. Look out! And here, Brandon Inniss. I beg your pardon, that's Akeem Mesidor who gets there with 2 sacks in the first half, which is already the most in the game this season. And then it's Brandon Inniss in a moment that's going to be on the receiving end here on a 3rd and 3. And this was after Ohio State got a punt at their 1. And they found a little offensive rhythm here, and at least they gave themselves a chance to get on the board. Jaden Fielding's kick is left all the way. And so despite the fact that the Buckeyes had a little bit of a drive, they're not able to dent the scoreboard. However, they come out of the locker room, and Sand, with conviction, steps back, delivers a dart to Smith, who takes a shot but hangs on. Then it's Bo Jackson spinning into the end zone, and Ohio State with a very strong response out of the locker room. It's 14-7. You wonder what kind of answer might Miami have to that. Here, Malachi Toney has it knocked out of his hands. Then he gets absolutely blasted after he picks it up. Remember, he had that big fumble late in the game in College Station, but then had the jet sweep for the touchdown. Very talented freshman, able to pick that up, and they get a field goal to make it 17-7. Throw it to 4. That's Smith. Gain of 22. It's 17-7. The Buckeyes are driving. 4th quarter, 4th and 2. Who else? Smith. The flag's on the Canes, and 4 goes for 6. And Ohio State, with an army in the building, is roaring, and they are within 3. About 3 minutes left in the game after Ohio State got the ball, had a chance to take the lead if they could go on a drive, and they couldn't. And now the Canes start pounding the rock. That's Shamar Brown with a gain of 13. They're driving. Here's that C.J. Daniels conversion that I just asked Beck about. Michael Irvin just going wild with Ray Lewis. And this Buckeye defense gives up about 80 a game on the ground. They gave up 150 in this one. That time they're pretty much letting Brown score because they were going to run out of time if they didn't. Now Sand under pressure again. Jacoby Thomas with the pick that seals it, and fittingly, it's the defense for the U and Coach Cristobal that powers them on to yet another game. It will be against either Georgia or Ole Miss. Greg McElroy will be on that call tomorrow night in the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. Joins us now. And Greg, anywhere you want to go based on what we just saw, the way it started, the way it ended, what most impressed you about what Miami did tonight?
You know, Scott, that was just such an enjoyable football game to watch, was it not? It felt in many ways like a throwback with all the new wrinkles that we see in modern offense. It were times where it's like you could just take the receivers and the quarterbacks off the field and let's let them just scrum right there in the middle. And then you see some nuance, the touchdown on the throw to the left, the beautiful play design that you just described. It was a beautiful football game, perfectly executed by the Miami Hurricanes. They were the better team from start to finish. And without that sudden surge there, end of half situation for Ohio State, early 3rd quarter, early 4th quarter, outside of about 15 minutes of action, it was all Hurricanes tonight. And it really, frankly, might not have been even as close as the final score would indicate if not for the couple self-inflicted mistakes that the Hurricanes had throughout the game.
Maybe, but at some point early in the game, I tweeted out something that I realized went over the heads of a lot of our younger viewers. I said it's like Hagler-Hearns round 1. If you don't know, Google it. It's the most furious 3 rounds of boxing you'll ever see. But to make another boxing analogy, Greg, I felt like it was kind of a standing 8 count that Ohio State delivered, right? They've got 14 straight. They get the ball back. Yeah. And then the Canes, who hadn't really got to say and did. I was as impressed with their ability to withstand Ohio State's second half surge and then land their own knockout blow as anything else. Do you share that kind of viewpoint?
I do to an extent. I also think the way that Miami approached the second half, a lot of soft zone coverage, giving up underneath throws, playing with 2 high safeties. Clearly, they were scared to death of what those receivers can do on the deep ball. Hey, let's not let them go 75 and make this a 1-score game in one play. So they wanted to kind of keep it in front of them, and that allowed Ohio State to create a little offensive momentum. And then the run game got going a little bit as well. So I think once Miami said, all right, enough of this, the way we got this lead is by being aggressive, by playing defense, not being afraid to play a little man on the outside, not playing the soft coverage, get up in their face. Let's rush the quarterback. Let's blitz the linebackers. Let's try to isolate running backs in protection. That's when they kind of took back over momentum from the Buckeyes. So I think when they look back at it, they could probably say, hey, we don't need to play scared. Like, we got a lead. Let's continue to be the aggressor, keep the pedal pressed. And that might be something we see from them in the next round or the next round, because I think they got a bit conservative there at the beginning of the second half.
And welcome Coach Mario Cristobal to the show. Mario, it's Scott Van Pelt. Thank you for taking a minute in the midst of this celebration to throw on the headset, man. We were just talking about your proud past, but saying the Canes aren't back. As you said, they're here right now. As you stand there right now off this victory, what are you most proud of your group?
Well, first of all, Scott, thanks for having me on. Proud of just flat out real deal resiliency. I guess these guys, I'm pretty difficult to work with, and we throw a lot of these guys, and they totally just get after it, man. They're all about the physicality and the violence that comes with football, and we've practiced at it, and we're getting better at it, and we still have a long ways to go, but certainly a lot of progress in the last couple of, I'd say the last 5-6 games or so, and looking forward to getting better and having an opportunity here in about a week or so.
Coach, from the very beginning, you said what you wanted was physicality, violence, ferocity. We saw it. But then Ohio State, as great teams do, they responded like a championship team. And after your guys got a little bit of taste of maybe blood in their mouth, for them to respond as they did with the stop and then the physical drive where you run it down the field, that's exactly what, as a coach, you would hope to see. You can't do it any better than that, could you?
Well, they're a great team, and they have elite talent, elite coaching, great skill and whatnot. And, one of the things we pointed at, of course, we talked about being physical and playing with relentless effort. But in a game like this, you also have to be willing to take the hits, brother, and get right back up. I mean, it just comes with it. And if you're willing to do that and just keep showing up and keep coming in the fourth quarter, you're going to give yourself a great opportunity. And hats off to them, first and foremost, Coach Day and his team. Awesome. But hats off to our guys for being some tough-ass sons of bitches.
Well, I wouldn't argue with that choice of words, because it applies to your group, man. They're tough as nails. And I was talking, Mario. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I know you got a party to get to. I have one last sort of overarching thought. Like, when you're a franchise, or a program, I should say, that has proud history, and I'm talking Notre Dame, Texas, Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, the U, and you want to honor your past, and you want to acknowledge who you've been, but you want to be in the present right now and forge your own identity. How tricky is it to embrace who you were while wanting your guys to have the stage and the shine to themselves, because they're the ones that are earning it right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. That was really probably one of the biggest challenges when, when we got back to the University of Miami, people expected for us to set foot on campus, and boom, championships were going to happen. And honestly, I'd been away for 20-plus years, and I would cringe and just kind of lose my mind whenever I'd hear that. The U is back, the U is back, the U is back. Back to what? I was a nobody on a team of unbelievable players and unbelievable coach, and I learned so much from them, and I love them. I'm back here because of them. But college football has changed, and going away and learning under guys like Coach Saban, Coach Schiano, learned so much that we have to, take programs forward with all the changes and the never-ending change in the landscape. So always honor the past. These guys, you see a bunch of them on the sideline today. We should have put a couple of them in the game, But you have to always do that, but never, ever, ever mess with the mindset of your players. Say, hey, we have to go back to what these guys did. We actually have to do it better and go forward. And we're progressing. We've had a lot of progress, but brother, we got a lot of work to do, and we're looking forward to getting to it.
All anybody wants this time of year is 60 more minutes, and you've got at least that. So between now and then, you got a new year to ring in with your guys. Go do that and celebrate. I appreciate you taking a minute in the midst of that to visit with me, Mario. Happy New Year. Congratulations.
Scott, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for having me, and Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. Mario Cristobal and the Canes. Man, I love that answer about honor the past, but try to be who you are right now. You see the hypotheticals if they were to take on Georgia, and that would bring with it its own interesting set of subplots as it relates to where their quarterback played last year. Or if they were to play Ole Miss, they would be a slight favorite. Those odds presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Dusty, one last quick one from you. I don't know if you're able to hear what Coach had to say, but I think he's basically saying, yeah, it's tricky, right? Like when he comes back, you cringe because you can't be that. You can't live in the 80s because the Orange Bowl's gone. That group's gone. But who they are right now, there were questions about whether they should be in. They've clearly answered them now. Is this a team that you believe could win 2 more football games?
There's no doubt with the way they play at the line of scrimmage and a veteran quarterback who made no mistakes tonight. That's very key. And he made crucial third down plays when he had to. When you can win the line of scrimmage, you can win. When you can play high-level defense like they do, get after the quarterback, take the football away, that plays anywhere, and they can run the rock, man. They got legit, massive humans up front and running backs that can tote the pill. So there's no doubt. Look, I'm an old nose tackle. This is my brand of football. Miami plays that brand of football. I'm intrigued with who they're going to play. I'm intrigued. I'm flying to D.C. in the morning. You and I are going to watch 3 more of these things tomorrow. What a way to set off these quarterfinals, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. And if 2026 starts off the way 2025 ended, all of us as college football fans, boy, we should be very, very happy and very thankful.
Indeed. Thankful for you taking the trip. Happy New Year, man. Take a minute to soak it in and travel safely up. Look forward to watching some ball with you and talking about it when it's done tomorrow night, Dusty. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Scott. Happy New Year.
Yes, indeed. Dusty Dvorak will be with us tomorrow as we continue to talk about these playoff games. Ohio State won it all a season ago. They come up short tonight against Miami. They are at the podium. We'll get some thoughts from the Buckeyes as we continue. The Ram Trucks postgame is brought to you by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. SportsCenter continues from the nation's capital. Carson Beck has thrown on the headset down in Jerry World after the victory and joins us. Carson, Scott Van Pelt, we're live on the air now after you and I were visiting during the break. Congratulations on the victory, man. You guys just knock off the reigning champs. It was kind of like a Rocky fight, like you're landing heavyweight blows, and then they maybe have your guys on the ropes. And in the end, you got the belt on for the moment anyway. How do you just describe what the last 3 hours of your life were like, man?
It's been unbelievable. I mean, that's a really good football team that we just played against. That defense has, there's players at every single position, and they're really, really, really talented. So, so much props to Ohio State and, the team and the defense that they are. But, our guys came out today, and we played our butt off on defense, on offense, on special teams. All 3 phases were really rolling, and we were able to pull out the dub.
So much talk in the offseason, Carson, about you coming down there to play quarterback. I get it. But with respect to you and your talented guys that you throw it to and hand it to, the fellas up front set the tone and create the ability for you guys to do so much of what you do. How much props should the O-line get for what you all were able to do tonight, Carson?
Oh, man, I say this all the time, but, the trenches lead this team on offense and on defense. Obviously, on the offensive side of the ball, that O-line, they make this train roll, baby. And honestly, tonight they played almost perfect. And honestly, in my eyes, they did play perfect, right? We ran the ball well. The pass protection was perfect. They're just physical specimens, and they play so disciplined and well together. The chemistry is there. They have a great coach. And, like I said, they lead this team. They lead this offense.
3rd and 4 late after you guys have run it down the field. I love the fact that they let you make a throw to C.J. Daniels, and no play in the game is bigger than that. You told Taylor afterwards you just blacked out. Maybe you've had some time to think about, the play call comes in. It's not a difficult throw necessarily, but it's a high-stakes throw. What about that moment do you feel like, all right, I'm built for exactly what I'm asked to do here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a call that we've practiced a bunch. You know, we practiced a lot throughout the week, and
Sure.
you know, they gave us a man look on defense, and you just got to trust your guys, and the big moments you got to deliver, and you know that's what we were able to do as an offense.
Look, when you make a move like you made, it's risky to a degree, and now it's like, all right, at minimum, you've made it to the semis. Just for you personally, I realize it's about the team, but for you personally, how satisfying is it to have everything work the way it has to this point?
I mean, it's been amazing. I'm so grateful and so thankful for this team, these guys, my teammates, the coaches. I mean, the way that we persevered and fought through adversity this entire year, nothing has been easy about this year. You know, we've been doubted, we've been counted out, and countless time and time again, we come back and we fight and we push and we work and we just get it done when it matters. So again, I'm so proud of this team and so proud of the way that we've been able to fight adversity and the way that we came out tonight and we're able to seal this dub.
You can guess what kind of conversation there'll be in advance of your next game, given who you might be facing. I see a smile on your face. Just how do you even process what I mean, look, if it's Ole Miss, it's Ole Miss. But, I mean, given what's next, what are your initial thoughts on what that next game could be like for you?
Yeah, man, it's hard. You know, when you look at, you know, the college football playoff bracket came out, it's hard not to look forward to the games. I mean, it's
right.
You look at the bracket, you look at the way that things could pan out, and now obviously, you know, having beat Texas A&M and now having beat Ohio State and, you know, earning the right to go play out in Arizona in the semifinals, it's hard not to, you know, look forward to that and, you know, see the two teams that we could end up playing. So I'm super excited for this team and the opportunity to play in the semifinals, and whichever team, you know, is able to win that game, you know, we'll go in and prepare and we'll make the most of it.
Okay. All right. But it's fair to say the smile on your face is the answer to the question. I think we can all connect the dots on that. Let me just close with this, and we'll move out of that mess. I'm not trying to get you in trouble tonight. One last thought about your defense. You go up against them every single day, which must be a pain in the ass because, man,
it's a pain.
That's a rugged bunch. What would you say about that side of the football for the Canes?
They've been unbelievable this year. I mean, they've kept us in a lot of games. They've really fueled the fire and made some huge plays. You see Keontae, I mean, gosh, he's really, really, really good, man. He makes a huge play, gets the pick six, and honestly just kind of fuels all the momentum in our way. So having to practice against them every single day is absolute hell, by the way. You got Ruben Bain on the edge. You got Akeem Mesidor on the edge. Those backers are running sideline to sideline. Those DBs are all over the field. I mean, they're making plays on the ball. So, again, we continue to – it's the iron sharpens iron. And, again, they've really led this team this entire year.
All right, I'm going to stop wearing you. I'll let you get to the party because I'm sure there's one somewhere where the Canes are celebrating. Congratulations, Carson, on a gigantic victory, and good luck in that next game, whoever it might be against. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You got it. Carson Beck and Miami.